welcome to another episode of Tokyo Reds. My name's Paul, this is Tom and John, and we are Liverpool fans based in the land of the rising sun. And get in, yes! We beat Chelsea 2-1. Fantastic game. Just going to say it now, get it out of the way. If you watch our preview video, bang on with the score prediction, so happy days. Anyway, so yeah, a fantastic match, great performance, great result. What were your feelings, John?
Yeah, it was really good. So like I said, I kind of watched the game from a different perspective because I already knew the score going into it, because obviously we have to watch like recorded games. And so it was an unusual feeling because there was kind of I was really happy, but there was no excitement for watching the game. But it was a really good performance, I thought. Really, really good.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely spot on, Tom.
It's fantastic. Winning at Stanford Bridge is always a good feeling, but just to do it, especially now they got Conte in, the amount of money they spent in the summer, this is a strong side, but not just the fact we beat them, but we outplayed them. We did outplay them at times.
I think what impressed me was the maturity of the performance. It's quite a young squad. I mean, just so professional. It was just really, really, really impressive. Not our biggest win of the season, but for me, our most impressive win,
It is a big win, though. Obviously, I know what you mean by scoreline. It's not a big win, but yeah, it is really important, especially Stanford Bridge. I mean, what was you saying statistic before?
Since 2009, we've won there 6 times now, but before that, we'd only won there once in 16 attempts.
Yeah, well, there you go. Seems to be their bogey team now, which is awesome. Hopefully, we can be everyone's bogey team. That'd be sound. Anyway, so yeah, we dominated the first half. Chelsea really, really, really struggled to cope. I was a bit surprised at how they played. What were your feelings at half time? Obviously, we'll talk about the goals after that, but your feelings at half time?
Yeah, I was really impressed. To be honest, I thought I was going to be right. My prediction, I thought we might, if we played like this tempo, we would probably get into the goal. Yeah. Because Chelsea's it's a weird team because they're really organised, but they didn't really seem to have a plan for us, if you know what I mean. They kind of had a game plan, but it was just nothing had changed regardless of the team, if you know what I mean. Like they didn't kind of plan for us, like our team.
Yeah, fair dues. I think, going forward we were amazing. At the back, excellent. What would you say, Tom?
I was so impressed at the back, with the exception of their goal, and that's really looking for criticism. With the exception of that, we were really solid. Matip, Klein, Lovren, everyone at the back, very impressive. I felt safe. I didn't feel, even when they got to 2-1, felt like, yeah, but I think we're not shaky, we'll be fine. I still felt confident.
And we haven't felt like that for a long time. So, yeah, great. Well done, boys, you know what I mean? So, let's talk about the goals. Why not, you know what I mean? First goal, really, really good. We get a free kick, we take it quickly. Coutinho crosses it in. And for some reason, the Chelsea defenders decided we'll let the.
Yeah, it was so weird, wasn't it? Because it was like an exact line. Yeah. It was like, this is your half the box, this is our half the box. Don't come in our half, we won't come in your half.
Like there's like 3 or 4 Liverpool players at the back post. No one there. One person that is there is Lovren, and it's a great little volley, half into the ground, into the goal. Great goal.
Great goal. Great vision by Coutinho to pick out the pass. Lovren stays on side. But when you look at that angle, I'm thinking, is he going to go in near post? Literally just side foots it, puts it across Courtois. That's a striker's goal. It was a great finish. Good on him as well.
Yeah, no, I think Carragher said he was a good defender, but he could never have done that. John, Conte's got to be annoyed at that goal.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I said, it was a shocking defending. Yeah. No one was marked. But you can't take it away from Lovren. The skill needed to do that because it was bouncing on the ground as well. So it's a really, really difficult finish. Like Tom said, most strikers would be hard, to put that away. But yeah, I'd be pissed off if I was Conte. Yeah. So yeah, I can't imagine how they feel about that. Yeah, it was
woeful, mate, woeful. I mean, I guess that shows how important John Terry really is and what a big miss he was, really, because probably wouldn't happen with him on the pitch. Do you know what I mean?
Forgot. Yeah. But, Luis, I completely forgot they bought him back, to be honest with you. We didn't mention it in the last video, but it's good to see some things never change, right?
There we are. Anyway, so then there was the second goal. My good God, Jordan Henderson, take a bow, what a hit, all the cliches under the sun. You scored an absolute beast. Throw in, it goes into the box. Cahill clears it, lands at Jordan Henderson. He takes one little touch and bangs it from about 25 yards right into the top corner. What a goal.
Sensational. Just sensational. I'm still replaying it now. God knows how many times I've replayed it in my head, but just that confidence, but the way he just takes the touch, quick look up, yeah, why not? That precision, because it's one of those John was saying earlier, if that goes like a couple of millimetres higher, it's not going in, but just fantastic. And they were so stunned by it. It was, sorry.
Oh, no, it was absolutely, it was perfect.
Yeah, well, just like Tom was saying, you know, if it's centimetre higher, misses, centimetre to the right, misses, centimetre to the left, he saves it. You know, down, yeah, he saves it as well. But yeah, it was perfect. Good vision and good coordination. Everything was just, it was amazing.
And it's quite interesting that Liverpool now are the team that scores the best goals. Like every game we've played, we've scored like goal of the season. And it's really, I imagine it when it comes to goal of the season at the end, or like match of the day, it'll just be like Liverpool, which is awesome because we like seeing good goals. We like exciting football, and scoring goals like that is exciting. So yeah, well done, Jordan. And I think he splits a lot of opinions, Jordan Henderson. Let's be honest. I've always liked him. I've always had his back, to be honest. But he's
come into his own now because I was a bit, I wasn't convinced when we first got him. I mean, to be fair to him, he was young when we got him, but now he's kind of, moulded, changed his game, and I wonder how much influence Gerrard had on him for that.
Can you understand people who criticise Jordan Henderson?
I can understand it, and at times I was a bit critical. I did think, to replace Gerrard as captain, that's huge boots to fill. But then think back, that 2014 season, he was a key part. He was a really key part. He got sent off against City in the dying minutes. He misses the Chelsea game. People don't mention that, but that was a big miss for us. Last season, he was injury prone, and plus last season it was difficult. I think it was really difficult. Like, we did miss Gerrard a lot. We really did. Chelsea match, captain's performance displayed. The goal was outstanding, but his actual performance—that's a captain's performance. Great to see.
He was unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Okay, so then Chelsea got a goal. It's not so much the defence; it's more the midfield tracking back, right?
Yeah, I mean, Matic isn't picked up at all. He literally runs right through the midfield. He runs from the, he runs from the centre circle, and this doesn't stop, and then he isn't picked up or anything. I thought, a lot of people blame Lallana and the midfield for not picking him up, but I think Matip went down far too easily. He it's like a half-assed attempt to tackle him. He doesn't fully commit, which you can understand, because if he does and catches him, it's a penalty. But because he doesn't, then Matip can just chip it over him, and that's how they, you can see it was just a poor defensive. It's a pity as well, isn't it? Because we played so well.
It was kind of one of them, like, it's defending 101 is you don't go down in the box. He goes down. Should we really, should we be pissed off about that goal, or was it just? I mean, Chelsea are a good team, right?
Chelsea are a good team. No, we shouldn't be pissed off. I mean, if we want to be really critical, yeah, like you say, it's a half-hearted tackle. Maybe we should have closed them down a bit earlier. We gave them a lot of space. But then Chelsea, like I say, they're a really organised side. They were chasing the game as well. They were coming at us. Costa, as much as I don't like him, to give credit where it's due, he's a great striker. I don't think there's shame in conceding one and winning a Stanford Bridge. No.
I think as well with that. Sorry to cut you off there, Tom. I think as well, to be fair to Chelsea, like, we did play well, but it took like a wonder strike to beat them in the end. If Henderson doesn't score that goal, it was 1-1. So we did dominate them, but they did play pretty well themselves. Well, not well, but they're a hard team to break down, and that's what happens with Chelsea. You give them a chance, and they make you pay for it.
They're certainly good enough. Second half, we controlled most of it. There was times where we just got the ball, passed it about, looked absolutely fantastic. What did you make of the second half in general?
Well, like you say, that maturity that you're saying, because in the second half, especially when we conceded, we're going to get nervous, especially being the away team. But exactly like you say, we passed the ball about, we looked confident. We were unlucky not to win 3-1, actually. I think was it Origi had a really good chance later.
Oh, yeah.
So close, but I look at that and, I actually felt quite confident. Even when they got it back to 2-1, it's like, actually, this maturity, this passing, we're going to score. If there's going to be another goal, it's going to come from Liverpool. And that's so good to see, because especially after the Arsenal game, it was a great win. But bloody hell, we were both on the verge of a heart attack about 5 times in the last 10 minutes. But no, it was really good to see.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. So going on to Origi, obviously he came on for Sturridge. It's a big miss, but if we'd have scored, probably would have been deserving at that point.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and I think Origi needs more of these big games to, to give him more experience and just give him some match fitness as well. So I don't. A lot of people thought Sturridge came off a bit too early, but I think, yeah, if he puts that goal away, it's a good goal. But one thing I want to say about Sturridge as well, a bit of a rant now, but I thought it was really unfair how he got booed by the Chelsea fans. You know what I mean? It's not like, I know they'll make the comparison with Torres, but it's like oranges and apples, right? Yeah. You know, Torres left us when we needed him most for a big money move, whereas Sturridge wasn't even really in the first team for Chelsea, and he was just like a utility player, and he was like, well, I want to be a big player, so they were like, you should go. And it was just, I just thought it was just awful. Just, he won everything with that team, and the way
Just got to say, this is Chelsea fans though. They're not renowned for having class. The thing is with Liverpool though, think about like John Joe Shelvey. He's scored a wonder goal against us. He refused to celebrate, but the Liverpool fans, we knew he wasn't going to be a first team player. Cop applauds and the whole stadium applauded him. Chelsea fans, they slaughter Gerrard all the time. They always slaughter him, but then they gave him, that 10 minutes? About 2 seasons ago, they gave him, 10 minutes. It was like 10 seconds. And as Gerrard says, well, it's nice of them to show respect, but I care more about Liverpool fans. But it's like they've slaughtered me the whole match. They haven't got class at all, just my opinion. So
it's like us though, like booing David and go or something. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? It just, yeah. But
I just thought it should have been. It's not fair to boo Sturridge because he never did anything wrong with them.
No, I thought he left on pretty nice terms, but there we are, whatever. Chelsea. Anyway, so yeah, there we are. So who was your man of the match? It's quite difficult. You could pick anybody, really, but pick one.
It's really difficult. I've got about 3 or 4 names, but you know what? I'm going to go for Henderson. People will say about the goal, but just because it was a captain's performance, it was a mature performance. The amount of times, I was watching back the highlights, the amount of times he dispossesses Chelsea. When they're in attacking positions, he dispossesses them and he plays it calmly to the back. I think there's a time he has the ball in midfield. He's just dispossessed one of their players. It looks like, he's got a couple of Chelsea players to come. He just passes it back. He looks so calm under pressure now. He looks, not Gerrard, but he just looks like a captain, and it's great to see. So, yeah, and of course, that goal was outstanding.
Fair enough. John?
Yeah, I think the only thing, I don't want to criticise too much, but with Henderson, he needs to calm down on his passes. It's always like he's like shooting at the players or something. These really powerful passes.
So training with Stevie G for.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I thought Henderson was just amazing in that game.
Yeah, fair enough. Lot of Jordan Henderson love is a love I quite like. For me, I'm gonna be a bit weird today. I'm usually quite weird, but there we are. I'm gonna go with the midfield. No, just the whole midfield because I can't really choose. I thought all 3 of them. I know, but all 3 of them were amazing. Adam Lallana for me was a standout, but Wijnaldum also played really well. Won some tackles, got us moving really quickly. I thought he was fantastic. His best performance in a red shirt so far. So yeah, for me, the midfield, that's where we won the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he does a job, doesn't he, Wijnaldum? It's like, for me, he never does anything amazing, but he never does anything bad. He's just kind of, he does exactly what he's supposed to do. Nothing more, nothing less.
And to be honest, it's what we made the last couple of seasons. We haven't had like a dominating midfield, and now we seem to have one, and we're just running people off the park, and I'm just so excited. And like I say, that result for me so far has been the most impressive, and I'm so happy. You know what I mean? So well done, Liverpool. By the way, if you're wondering why we're a little bit quiet today, we're at, as you can see, we're at a shrine, so we don't like to talk too loudly. And it's raining as well, which doesn't help. We're in Shinjuku today, which is kind of one of the biggest cities in Tokyo. Beautiful place, really, really cool. If you get a chance to come to Tokyo, or you're already in Tokyo, I'm sure you've been to Shinjuku before. So yeah, there'll be more information down below.
Also as well, before you get some sort of, keyboard warriors, the wards in Tokyo were called cities. So when Paul said Shinjuku City, he's actually correct, not, Tokyo's a city as well, but
Tokyo's a metropolitan made of 23 cities, so there we go. So do one. Anyway, so yeah, sound. Like, subscribe, comment, get involved, social media, all that mad stuff. And yeah, we'll see you next time. We're going to do a Hull/Derby build-up. So thank you very much. See you next time. Come on, Reds.